The world does not care that you started. They care that you finished. Today we're going to be talking about the number one easiest tweak that you can make to your mindset in order to jumpstart your creative output. That's coming up. What's up, everybody? I am Youngman Brown, and this is Your Creative Push, the podcast and the YouTube channel that pushes you to pursue your creative passions. And in today's video, I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, something that's been somewhat of a thesis of Your Creative Push since episode 5, when Justin Gray spoke those words that I spoke in the beginning of the video. The world doesn't care that you started, they care that you finished. Yes, this is going to be a video about perfectionism and how to jumpstart your creative output. And another quote that you might want to take with you as we go along in this video is something that Jake Parker says all the time, something that he said when he talked to me on the podcast, and something that he says in a lot of his videos. Finished, not perfect. A succinct way of saying that it's way better to have something that you finished as opposed to having something that's perfect but not finished. And I want you to think about those two quotes and really drill them into your brain as you think back to your creative life and your output, all of the things that you started but never finished. Maybe due to perfectionism, maybe due to other things. But before you get too down on yourself, just realize that the whole world struggles from this problem. I ran across a number, 82%. 82% of people believe that they have a novel in them or that they have a novel worth writing. But when you think about 82%, a huge percentage of the population, yet how many of those people even started doing the thing, started writing the novel, and then on top of that, how many of those people actually finished their novel? Not very many. So you're not alone in that struggle. Now, the mindset shift that I want you to make is a simple one, and it's one word: finished. That is the word that is on your mountaintop that you are heading to as you start any creative project. Finished. Imagine that your brain or your creative mind is a desktop. There are a million destinations that you can put all of these files, and all of these destinations are going to hold you back from actually completing the thing, from actually putting it into a destination. So ignore the amazing folder, the epic folder, the flawless folder, and clear things up by having one of two destinations where your projects are. They're either unfinished or they're finished. And of course, your creative process isn't as binary as rushing to get a thing finished just for finished sake. And of course, you're going to have decisions that you have to make, and you're going to have moments of pause, and you're going to make mistakes and have to go back and change things. But the end goal, the mountaintop that you're striving for, is a finished piece of work. Something tangible that you can hold in your hands and present to the world and say, I created this, I made this. That's what the world wants. They want something that's finished, not something that you just started. And the thing about perfectionism is that even if you do create something that's in your mind perfect, that you found all the flaws, you took months or years to finally complete this thing and to bring out all of the aspects that you thought weren't quite perfect, and you made them just so, I promise you that in a year or two, when you look back at it, you're going to find some flaws. And I don't say that to dishearten you, but that's just the reality of the creative process. And it's actually a good thing about the creative process, because as you put out more work, that your skills increase and your taste gets better. So you're going to look back at your old work and you're going to see the imperfections in it because you're a lot better now. And that's okay. That's a good thing. But you only get to that point when you put out a body of work, when you continue to put stuff out. So try to remember that as you're creating stuff, that getting it out and getting it finished is so much better than actually having it be completely perfect. You're going to see all the imperfections in your piece, or whatever it is that you create. Other people won't even notice, I promise. And if you are stuck in the creation process, you're stuck in those ugly middle stages of the creative process, I have a video for you to help you with that. That's coming up on the screen in a few seconds, as well as my interview with Jake Parker, one of my favorite conversations from the early days of the podcast. Thank you so much for hitting that like button on your way out. And on behalf of the universe, thanks for watching and creating.